Hi, my name is Sanat Biswal, also known as the Accountant Guy, and in this video I will be able to explain how you can utilize this template to track your retirement funds and plan your retirement well in advance. So first of all, under the retirement funds overview on the top, we have got three sections. That is a fund setup, where we will be setting up all the funds for our retirement. Then we have got a savings overview, which indicates how much we have saved so far. And then we have got an overall summary of all the savings that we have made so far with the estimated goal that we had in mind. So to begin with, we'll first navigate to the fund setup section. So here, as you can see, we have divided the funds under three categories. So basically we have basic expenses, which has like food and groceries, utilities, healthcare expenses. Then we have got debt repayment. So this is all loans and whatever you have in hand, which you need to pay. So you got education loan, car loan, home loan. Then we have got lifestyle and leisure. So these are our entertainment expenses or travel related expenses. So for each of this expense, we have got a goal amount that you have in mind. So this is basically how much you are targeting to save for this expense. Then we have an opening balance, which indicates how much of amount we have saved at the start of the financial year so far. Then we have a start date. So this indicates when we started saving for this specific expense before our retirement. Then we have a percentage of savings. So this is basically how much we have saved or the estimated goal amount that we had in mind. And finally, we have the retirement date. So this is the date when you're planning to retire and by which you should have $80,000 for the food and groceries towards the basic expenses. So for each of this expense, you can specify a goal amount and you can estimate how much of savings you have made with the transactions that we'll be doing, which I'll be explaining in a while. So before that, if you want to quickly add a new fund over here, you can click on this add funds button. What it does is it adds a new fund under no classification window. As you can see, you can click on these three dots and move it anywhere and place it anywhere. It will automatically add that specific expense under that specific category. And then you can click on this pencil icon to start adding all the details that we just discussed as of now. So I'll going to quickly delete this. And if you want to edit this existing details, you can also click on this pencil icon and edit all these details as we just discussed. And similarly, you can edit all these categories as well. So you can click on this category and edit as per your choice. If you want to add a new category, you can click on this add a group. It will add a new category altogether for you. Okay. So once we have got this explanation clear, now we're going to head over to the contribution side, which is where you're going to contribute for the savings that we have planned for a retirement. And then we're going to understand how you can utilize this savings overview and summary section to understand your funds better. So on the contribution side, we have got a quick add contribution button on the left. So once you click on this, it automatically adds a new line item with the current date that you are in. So we are recording this on October 6th and it has added a new line item on October 6th. Then you can specify the description, and in the period you can specify the month for which you are adding this line item. So October falls in the month of October, so you can select October 2023. If you are in a different year or a different period, you can also add a new period over here. Let's say you are in 2024 and you are in the March month, so you can add, let's say, March 2024 over here, and it will automatically show the new year with this addition. You can click on this to add a new month over here. Okay, so once that is done, you can select the fund. So let's say I'm going to put this money in food and groceries. You can select this food and groceries, any of the fund for that matter. Okay, then you can specify the amount of contribution that you're making for this specific fund on this specific date, and you can add the amount over here. So I'll also add all the details simultaneously. So I'll select, let's say, October, then I'll put maybe I'll put travel. Okay, and then I'll put an amount of, let's say, $100. Now we have got a requirement column over here. Requirement is nothing but how much you need to contribute every month so that you can meet the estimated goal that you had in mind for this specific fund, and this shows the exact amount for that. So if you remember, for the travel we had set an estimated goal of 22,000 and we have already saved up $1,300. So for the remainder amount of money we need to reach by December 31st, 2035, we need to contribute $134 every month so that we can reach the goal by this period. So this is that amount which is being shown. So any amount of contribution you make which is less than this, it will always show a cross mark over here. And if you contribute more than this or equal to this, it will show a check mark over here, indicating that you have contributed enough to meet your deadlines and your specific targeted goal amounts. So for each of the added fund, you will see this cross mark and check mark, which will signify that whether you have contributed enough or not for this specific fund. Now once you have got the contribution set, you can go to the quarterly overview. Quarterly overview, as the name indicates, specifies all the different months divided into different quarters, and you can quickly see an overview of how much you have saved and how much savings were required for each of the month of the quarter. So I'm going to quickly navigate to quarter 4 where you're able to see the October, November, December period. As in October, we had a requirement of $564 and we have made a savings of 634. So this is beyond the requirement which was needed. So this is 112% of the savings requirement, which is really good for us. And on a similar note, for November, we had $196 as the savings required, and we could only save $180, which is 92% of the requirement that we had set for. So this kind of quickly shows where you are lacking in terms of the savings and where you have saved more than the requirement that you had in mind. And then on the top, we have the total summation of the savings that you have made. So 634 plus 180 is being summed up and it is getting reflected as $814 for the specific quarter. So for each quarter, as you add in different amounts for each of this month, you can find the total contributions that you have made for the entire quarter over here. So once you've got this explanation set, now let's move to the savings overview. Here you will get a quick overview of how your savings are performing so far. So for the basic expenses, we had like healthcare expense, utilities, food and groceries. And for the healthcare, we have saved up till now up to $1,000 for a targeted amount of $1,20,000 which we had in mind. So 120K was what was in our mind, and we have only saved $1,000. So this is 1% of the targeted savings amount. And the targeted savings date is 31st December 2035. And then we have a time left till target date. So this is nothing but how much time is left until we are going to reach the December 31st 2035, and this automatically updates every month. So we are currently in October month, so it is calculating how much time is left from October 6 to 2023 till 31st December 2035. So it is estimating a total period of almost 12 years and 5 months from now on. So every month that you pass by, you will see that this time is getting deducted and it will automatically update. Okay. And then finally, we have a contribution required per month. So as I explained earlier, this is how much you need to contribute every month so that you can reach up to the targeted savings by this deadline that you have set. So for each of the added expense under the specific categories, you can see that the contribution amount is getting reflected over here. And also we have the summation of all the contribution amount on the top, which kind of signifies how much also you need to contribute for this specific head altogether on every month basis. Okay. So once all this explanation is set, we can move on to the summary section. In the summary section, we get an overview of all the savings that was required from us and how much we have saved up so far and the difference in between the both. And then finally, we have a percentage of savings which indicates that we have only saved up to 7% of the estimated goal that we had set from all the savings that we did in the contribution side. So this is all in all with the explanation of how you can plan your retirement, and you can set up the funds quickly over here, estimate the goal amount, and also put the retirement date by when you are planning to save off all these expenses, and then finally start contributing to each of these expenses to know where you are leading up to, so that you can save up enough for your retirement well in advance. I hope this explanation was clear to you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at notionformyuse@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to assist you on this further. And this template can be used in multiple currencies. I've added an explanation of how to change the currency from dollar to any other currency, and you can quickly see a video of a different dashboard which will explain this entire process. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening till here. I hope it will help you out. Thank you.